Kanye West, aka Ye, is buying Parler. Is that a smart business move? And what is there you need to know about this social media app? Stay tuned for all these details, and while you're at it, subscribe for all Ye-related content. Parler has been described as an alternative version of Twitter, supposedly attracting Donald Trump supporters, conservatives, conspiracy theorists, and far-right extremists. At this moment, Parler has over 16 million active users since its launch in 2018. Parler positions itself as a free speech platform, but this viewpoint has been criticized by many for being a cover for far-right content. Some users have also complained that the content policies are actually more restrictive than Parler stated, with left-wing and liberal users being banned for challenging common viewpoints, criticizing Parler itself, or creating parody accounts. Because there was to believe that the rioters of the January 6, 2021 riots used Parler for their communication. Parler was removed from both the Google Play Store and Apple's App Store within 3 days after the riots. Amazon, which supported Parler's cloud computing, shut down the site a few days later, calling the app a very real risk to public safety. A month later, Parler came back online after moving domain registration to Epik. But it wasn't until May that the app was released back on the Apple App Store, and it took Google Play almost 2 years to bring back the Parler app to their store in September 2022. Last October 17th, Parler announced that Ye would be purchasing the company for an undisclosed amount of money. Nashville-based Parler, which has raised about $56 million to date, said it expects the deal to close during the fourth quarter of 2022. It did not give a deal value. Last month, Parler created a new parent company, Parliament Technologies Inc., as part of an overhaul. Parliament Technologies CEO George Farmer, yes, Candace Owens' husband, said the deal talks with Ye began recently after Paris Fashion Week, where on October 3rd he wore a t-shirt with the text "White Lives Matter." And when 4 days later, Ye made some so-called anti-Semitic Instagram post, Ye was locked out of his Instagram account. Ye then moved to Twitter, posting on October 8th for the first time in 2 years. But then, also Twitter locked his account. The Parler deal came together quickly. CEO Farmer said the Parliament was presented with an opportunity. Farmer is not concerned about Parler's advertisement expectations under Ye. He sees this as a warning shot for companies that want to deplatform people and that there are multiple advertisers who want to advertise to the space. In a world where conservative opinions are considered to be controversial, we have to make sure we have the right to freely express ourselves, he said in the statement. Parler is the French verb for to speak, and the app has positioned itself as a haven for free speech, attracting conservative users such as Fox News' Tucker Carlson, Ted Cruz, and Rand Paul, and many members of the Trump family. Though not the former president himself, despite the company offering him a 40% stake to create an account. The idea that the right is trying to get a foothold in social media is now more and more coming true. Ye's planning acquisition of Parler is the latest addition to conservative public figures who are moving to owning social media platforms. Elon Musk bought Twitter last month, Donald Trump started Truth Social, and Peter Thiel and J.D. Vance funded Rumble. This creation of separate, right-leaning online social platforms has grown in recent years. They're seen as alternatives to media giants Google, Twitter, and Meta, which they perceive of falsely attacking the right. Parler was founded as part of this pushback. Launched in 2018, the platform was co-founded by Republican Rebecca Mercer, daughter of Robert Mercer, the billionaire who financed Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. Parler CEO Farmer is married to Candace Owens, a prominent Trump supporter, and who was seen wearing a White Lives Matter shirt with Ye at his Yeezy fashion show 2 months ago in October. Like Truth Social, Rumble, and other conservative and far-right platforms, Parler positions itself as an app for free speech. In an email to its users and investors, in which everyone's contact information was mistakenly made public, Parler maintained its fight for free speech during the potential sale. But often, free speech means misinformation. From its beginning, Parler's founders made clear that the app was unbiased, and its post would not be subject to fact-checking. Where many right-wing users on Twitter, Meta, and Google disagreed with after these sites began flagging so-called misinformation about COVID and 2020 election results. The acquisition ensures Parler a future role in creating an uncancelable ecosystem where all voices are welcome, the press release said. Is acquiring Parler a smart investment? According to Sensor Tower, a digital analytics platform, Parler has been downloaded 16.5 million times worldwide since 2018, more than Rumble, 8 million, Getter, 7.3 million, and Truth Social, 3.7 million. But the app has seen a major decline this year. From January to September, it has been installed 217,000 times, compared with 1.2 million in that span last year, despite the app being off-market for 4 months in 2021. While the company says it's getting funding, it hasn't been willing to say how or from whom. On the 1-year anniversary of the Capitol riots, Parler announced it had received $20 million in funding from unnamed investors. This past September, it announced a further $16 million in Series B funding. In August, the platform launched an ambassador program aimed to increase younger participation and highlighted their influencers who have open Parler accounts. The company uses an ad model revenue system, a questionable plan, as companies have boycotted platforms with hateful content and misinformation in the past, and has declined to disclose its total earnings. While there are no specifics available about the deal between Kanye and Parler, it was expected to close by the end of this year, before the loss of his partnership with Adidas. Perhaps that will not change, especially since it seems to offer Kanye the ability to obtain a space where he can say whatever he wants. But will Kanye West buy Parler despite losing his billionaire status? Possibly. While the blowback is ongoing and unlikely to let up, the same behavior that has him under public scrutiny is the motivation behind him buying Parler in the first place. The question then becomes, if he does buy it, will it become a place where he can truly say whatever he wants?